All right, everyone. Welcome back to week 12. Oh my goodness. I think I say that every week, but it just keeps surprising me that we're this far along. Um, so the first thing I kind of wanted to basically what I've been doing all along, going over. We start out with weather challenge, kind of see where we're all at here. Let's see. We'll go to results. See what we're doing here. Okay, so overall, not too bad. This is going to be a really, really hard city. It's not very active, so any mess up by 1 degree or one few degrees of the wind is really going to hurt you, unless it rains a lot, which I don't see that happening. It might rain a little bit, but not a lot down there at this time of the year. But yeah, so one little mishap and it'll cost you. It's the main thing. Just basically notice trends, and so right away you can pretty much tell that the USL models are the models to kind of go after if you're going to forecast. Uh, with this city, we can also look and see what everyone said for tomorrow. Let's see. Okay. Um, say a lot of people going 79, 80 degrees for the high, 45, 44 to 46 for the low. The wind's kind of variable. I didn't really know what to do for the wind. It was kind of tricky. Obviously, precip majority of the people went zero. 36, 34 people decided it was going to rain. We can go down here and see how we did. Let's see. A lot more misses today. We have been doing really well, not missing. Um, these climbers really aren't that bad besides the rain. Oh, never mind. Yeah, they are. But the guidance that helps those people. But overall, not too bad. Um, and let's just check how we're doing as a school. Last time I looked, we were doing okay. Middle of the pack, really. Let's see. Oh, yeah, about the same. Pretty much about the same. So that's not too bad. Okay, so we can go from there to we can talk about a little bit about the current weather situation we've got going on. We can talk about Ada, tropical storm Ada. Um, do not believe it's expected to get back into a hurricane. Very few models say it will be once it crosses over Florida because it's the tracks now look like it. Most of them have them going straight over Florida compared to what they were yesterday. Yesterday they were a little out of whack. More tracks that way, and then we'll see one more. Yeah, so I mean, obviously there's a little bit in this one model, so it's going to take another turn and go south. But doubt that happens. So Florida's getting pummeled with rain right now. If we look at, might actually be able to pull an actual radar image up from this. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, then there's another system out there that is trying to develop. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Let me go to stop sharing this and let me present with this. Okay, so we can see that there really is not much left of the eye. The eye is what would be the eye would be right here. It's pretty much just these rain bands coming onto the Tampa area. We can actually see how much rainfall Tampa's kind of got here. We've got areas here, 11 inches. These dark red area. I'm seeing some 11 inches in here, but mainly the majority is going to anywhere from 3 to 6 or 7. This area right here, though, that is an interesting value of 20 inches. I don't think that's true, um, but you never know with these tropical systems, especially if we let's see, 2 panels overlay this with, let's see, that was right into here. You can actually see what's been going on here for a little bit. Yeah, it could happen, but it's unlikely. There would be 20 inches in there, just high reading. But yeah, like I said, mostly anywhere from 3 to 6 inches is what the radar is guessing right now. If we went and looked at some winds, the radar is right here, so these winds should be pretty accurate. Getting some 60-mile-an-hour winds north of the radar, south of the radar. Pretty much the same, little less. Mid 40s, low 50s. Down here's into the 60 values. But yeah, so that's tropical storm Eta, and we actually have a severe thunderstorm warning we can look at somewhere over here. There it is. Okay, let's see what we got here. Right next to the radar site too. Nice. All right, let's see what the warning's issued for. Located over Radford, 40, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Not much hail, just wind. Near Blacksburg. Yeah, that's pretty sustainable. So what we're really looking for here, there would be some sort of, what is going on here? That's weird. Okay, there we go. So yeah, what we're looking for here actually, and it's kind of interesting that this is like this. We go to, so we're comparing this area here near Fairlawn. So we can actually kind of see how it's trying to kind of hook around a little bit. I'm not going to say this is going to get tornado warning. I'm not going to say there's going to be a tornado, but that is definitely an area of interest right to the east of Fairlawn right now, right in through here. It's definitely an area of interest if something were to spin up. And chances are, if it was going to spin up, it would be very, very quick, and then it'd be an HP mess. So high precipitation mess. So I mean, it could happen, but it's not likely. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, so that's the only severe thunderstorm warning out. There's a whole bunch of other flash flood warnings and things like that are happening. And then let's actually stop this and go back to present again. You can go back and look at yesterday. Let's see, that was tropical. And there actually is, Theta is out here as well. I guess I should mention Theta. Theta is way, way over by the Cabo Verde Islands, or however you pronounce those islands, out there near Western Africa. It's way out there, kind of by itself. Not expected to really do much. It is a tropical storm, but it's going to kind of lose some of its punch as it moves farther east towards Africa. And actually, I guess while I'm still in here, share this tab. There's another, this actually just got updated too. Sure. So there's another chance, 50% chance of another tropical storm forming in the next 48 hours. Let's see, I don't want to read that. Let me go back here. Let's see. 2-day graphic. That's not what I want to use. No, this is what I want. So yeah, in 5 days, there's a 90% chance of it actually becoming a tropical storm system. And if it does, we will actually be up to Iota. Iota is the next one to be named. We have broken the record of Zeta into the Greek alphabet. Um, we have Eta going right now. Theta is also ongoing. Iota is the next Greek letter that will be used if said system turns into a tropical storm. And so let's move on from this. We'll go into actually yesterday and what was going on yesterday. Yesterday was actually an interesting day. It's what's considered a high shear, low cape day. So basically, there was not a lot of energy present in the atmosphere, but there was enough shear to get things going. So far, no confirmed tornadoes. A lot of wind damage, but not any confirmed tornadoes. There were tornado warnings. This is for DVN's area. I don't know about near Milwaukee. Milwaukee had a better tornado signature of the day than anywhere near DVN. DVN had a few, but not as good as what was up near Milwaukee. And so if we look at these soundings, what we mean by high shear, low cape, we can see right here that as our cape's going up here, yeah, definitely have an inversion about 675-ish, 650-ish. There's an inversion. Doesn't really affect the cape much though, as it's still traveling. But the second inversion up here around the 200 millibar or the 400 millibar level is where this cape got shut off. And so we had no surface cape to begin with, which is not good to get stronger storms. But our unstable cape is basically what we were looking at here is 360 as it travels up until it hit that inversion, and that's where it stopped up at DVN. And we can look over here at our wind barbs. We've definitely got turning with height here a little bit, and we definitely have the speed. There was a low-level jet present that was fairly strong, as we can see here. But as we go up, there's just more and more and more and more wind that's associated with it. And so that was our high shear for the DVN sounding at 19Z. That was yesterday, so that would have been 1 o'clock, I believe, is when this sounding would have taken place. And what we can see here is with this high shear, our surface to 1 kilometer shear is 299, which is pretty good. Surface to 3 kilometers, 322, which is also very good. And effective inflow, which is just basically would be kind of like our surface stuff, is 284. And if we got off at this one and went to Lincoln's, which was done at the exact same time, this one tells a completely different story and would explain why the storms south of Lincoln did not do really much of anything. Pretty much once you got south of Peoria, these storms did not do much, and this exactly explains why. If we look here at this sounding, it just gets completely cut off here, inversion, inversion, inversion. There really was not a lot of cape besides this upper level cape here, which would basically be our unstable cape, which is right through here. We did have a little bit of surface cape down here, more than at Davenport, but it just was not what was needed to keep these storms going. A little bit less shear down here too, not a stronger of winds. And all of these winds started out veering. None of these winds are backed like they were at DVN, which is another sign that things weren't going to go well for the Lincoln area. Like the shear here, not as strong at all compared to what was at DVN. You can even tell this in this photograph. This photograph is not curved. It's just kind of goes at a 90 degree angle here, and that's not what you want to see for stronger storms. But we can go down here. Notice that there was severe thunderstorm watch here. As the environment got more favorable for tornadoes near the Chicago area, they actually issued that tornado warning. And then we can see the MDs that were issued for the DVN area and even into the Chicago area that happened yesterday. This was the tornado MCD for the watch. And so that was yesterday. We can go look at some reports here. I think the most major one was, I don't even know if it's in, no, it wouldn't be for DVN, but there was an report just west of Peoria yesterday of an apartment roof got blown off a building near Elmwood. It's the town that was there. So that happened yesterday near Peoria. Like I said, that's ILX's area. But if we look at some of these, uh, Whiteside, which is I think just north of here, it's 59 mile an hour from their AWOS station at the airport. We had some roof blown off from a train spotter. Whiteside again. Roof blown off of a hog shed. Power poles down near Whiteside. Branches down near Whiteside. Possible funnel. Now I think this is actually where there possibly was a tornado warning that was issued here. I'd have to actually see where Whiteside is, which let me look real fast. I'll give you the answer for that. Kind of confused. Oh, if it's Morrison, not Whiteside. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm sorry. I was reading the county. But yeah, that county got hit pretty good. A lot of this came out of Morrison, which I believe there was a tornado warning near Morrison yesterday. Up that way, yeah, there was, and that was definitely where the strongest part of the storms were for DVN was up that way, just east of, I guess northeast of the actual DVN area. So that would explain why all this is happening because yeah, Morrison's up there and they definitely got hit pretty good. And Mercer County also got hit pretty good yesterday. Now I know there was a tornado warning for Mercer County. The northern part of Mercer County, I believe, got hit. There was a tornado warning with a little bit of a rotation from radar from the velocity, but nothing too major. Happened yesterday. A few damages, a few uprooted trees. Other than that, there was not a lot in our area. But like I said, once we got into Chicago, that area there got hit pretty good, just along the border as well, from between Milwaukee and Chicago. Some pretty decently strong storms were there. Lincoln doesn't have their report out yet, or I'd show you what their reports were for their northern part of their for their WFO, which extends from Galesburg to Peoria southeastward. It's kind of an interesting little area that they have. Let's see. That's kind of all I've got as far as stuff to talk about. Does anybody want to share anything else or anything before we get into more election stuff? Really wasn't a whole lot going on. Thought about going out yesterday, but linear stuff just bleh. It's okay.
Do you know when the shirt will be in?
Should be next week. Sometime next week. She said Monday or Tuesday is probably when she's thinking. And then we'll go pick them up, and then I'll be at Tillman, probably in Dr. Finch's little office area, sitting in there, and you can come pick them up. That's my plan, at least. Yeah, she said Monday or Tuesday, which I believe is the 16th or 17th. Yeah, 16th or 17th, what she told me. So yeah, they should be next week sometime. So we'll have that going. Let's see. I don't think I have much else to kind of say here, so we can get into election stuff. I'm trying to create a Google Sheet here. Okay, blank. For elections, it doesn't really matter. So this week we just talk about nominate yourself or whatever, and next week, if there's not more than one person that wants to do it, then we won't have to have a speech. But if there is more than one person for a position, Then we will have to have a speech. Let's see. We can start with. I guess we can start with president. I guess. Does anybody want to run for president? Because I will not be partaking next year. Like I'll sit it out.
I wouldn't have a problem assuming the president role as long as there was also a vice president that'd be willing to split president responsibilities with me. That'd be fine.
Okay. All right. So I've got Ian down for running for president. Anybody else want to run for president? Now you don't have to admit to it this week. You can come in next week and say that you would want to run for president. But for right now, is there anybody else that would like to run for president? Nope. Okay. What about vice president? Does anybody want to run for vice president? I mean, we can leave these open. I mean, if they don't get filled, I can step in and help out. That's not an issue because I'll still be here. But now Mac, I haven't really talked to Mac at all. He should still be around, but if he's not here for elections, then that's not our fault. And I'll talk to him again. We'll see. I'll ask him. But like I said, none of these get filled again. That's not an issue. And if you're watching this video online, you do not have to be a senior, junior. You do not have to be an upperclassman to run for office. You can be a freshman. It doesn't really matter. It looks better on a resume that you have leadership experience in some type of role for an extended period of time. Okay, well, we'll table the vice president for now. And what about treasurer? Treasurer? Anybody? Okay, we can table that one too. And then let's go to secretary.
I'd also be fine with keeping my secretary role if I needed to. I'm fine with making an email every week. Making the meeting minutes is fine, so I'd be fine with that.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
Constitution allows for the same person to have multiple roles if they wanted to.
You know what? We can actually look at that. Hang on. Let's see. I don't remember. To be honest with you, wait. I think I have it downloaded. I have it downloaded. I just downloaded it last week. Where is it at? Okay. Let's see. Let me get it back to here. Present. Fire screen. Okay. So, basically, what we go over here is, and this is available on Purple Post if you want to go and look at it. It is there at the bottom of the Severe Weather Club, and it has to be updated every 2 years. If there's any changes, we just send it back in. Let's see. The president obviously does exactly what I'm doing. Conduct the meetings, host a representative at functions, just various things like that. And vice president just is there if the president is gone or something. And it isn't as much of a task as the presidency. Secretary, as we know, takes what we talk about, puts it into a document, and then we'll write out the email every week and stuff like that. Treasurer just handles the money, and they are somewhat responsible for fundraising, but that's mainly a club thing anymore. The rest are chairs, which chairs are pretty much they're chairs. They're nice to have as far as stuff like that, but there's not a whole lot going on with them. Let's see. As far as what you asked, I think in here, I I don't think, I mean, let's see, accepted 1 week prior, voting by absentee ballot, additional nominations. It doesn't say specifically that you can't have more than one position, but I mean, if we're at this point to where we don't have anybody that's willing to run, then we can get it to where whoever wants to do it can have it. I mean, I can take a position if needed, but I've been here, I've done it, and I mean, I can do it. It's not an issue, but rather just see somebody else take over and do all that stuff. And I did get another email this past week. The activities fair is online again. So it'll be I don't remember exactly when, but it's in January. It's the week or two after things start kicking off. And we just got to sign up. I haven't signed up for it yet, but you don't have to sign up to it until the day prior. So it's online. So it'll either be, chances are we'll be on the Monday or Tuesday again, like we were. Hopefully we get a little bit more of a turnout this time. Okay, so now we can move on to
I think I might go for treasurer again since I didn't really get to do it this year. Not too much.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or vice president, two positions. Like run
Okay.
for whichever one I get, I'll do.
Okay, yeah, I'll put you down. It's not an issue. Just want to make sure I get all of the chairs here. Written down. All right, I guess we can start with the first chair. We'll go with webmaster, which I'm assuming Brandon you'd want to do again.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then Med, which is just I can never say it. Meteorology education. There we go. So basically, you just present a lot, which I can pretty much fulfill that if needed. That's not an issue at all. We'll leave that one blank until I hear back from some people. And then activities chair, which really doesn't have a purpose at the moment because we really can't do any activities. But you can still run for it and still get it. Still would look good on a resume. This person just basically goes around and signs us up for things to do, which could be like once we had it, Big Pink volleyball or various other things around campus. I think we did Stuff the Bus a few years ago. They would sign up and get everyone organized to do that. And then after that is outreach. If anybody wants activities or outreach, just let me know. I think Ethan's graduating. He's either graduating or he might have to take another class or two, so he might still be able to do outreach. Is there any chairs I'm missing? I don't think there is.
No, that should be all of them.
I guess I still have this thing pulled up, but yeah, I think that should be it. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Okay, so we have this, and as of right now, I guess basically just kind of you don't have to come prepared with the speech. Just kind of have something in mind. We really don't have a lot of people running against each other, so it shouldn't be an issue. Should be an issue there. So yeah, that's we got that settled, and then we'll vote on that next week. Not sure how we're gonna do the vote yet. We'll figure that out. Might just have you guys email me if we even have to vote. If there's no one running against each other, then we wouldn't have to have a vote. You just kind of just roll with it like we kind of did last semester. So yeah, that's that. Is there anything else you guys want to add at all? No? Okay. Well, I guess we can pretty much conclude this meeting. And then we'll get back at it next week. Hopefully we'll have something else to do besides elections. I'll try to think of something to do. Make it a little bit more fun. Instead of just boring politics and other crap. So yeah. All right. Thank you guys for coming, and I will see you guys all next week.
Cool. See ya.
See you. All right. See you.